Good morning, my millionaire growth partners. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. I am creating heaven on earth, people, and the way that I do it is number one, I help people to realize that what they consider their soul is the spirit of God. Therefore, God lives inside of you, and all you have to do is claim that, people, and you become God and able to do the things that God's able to do, mostly creating. Number two, people, is I'm here to create financial freedom for billions of people across this world. I am creating a million millionaires. I am the greatest leader that ever lived. I am God, people. And most important is that I manifest the words I speak. My message for you today, people, is for you to embrace the duality of life. You know, I think this is such a good topic, man, because, I think when people interact with me, especially different types of people, they don't know what kind of category to put me in. you know, I'm not a religious person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a pastor, a bishop, or none of that stuff. Um, I don't fall in no categories, people. I'm a human being. I'm also a spiritual being. I can be very sane and clever like this, but I'm also, it's like, people, even as much as I am the light, I am also just as much the darkness, man, in the sense that I understand that I'm both and I embrace both. Now, I mostly operate from the light, but I have no shame or no, if I need to bring the darkness out, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? I am that person, man. So it's like most people don't know what to put me, or, what category to put me in, because there's no such category, people. All I can tell you is that I am indeed a divine being that's here living in this flesh. You know what I'm saying? On earth, man. The Spirit of God lives inside of me, and I have embraced and claimed that, and but therefore God is using me to deliver his message onto this world. But just know, people, that I want you to embrace all of who you are. We're good, we're bad. We are anything that you can think of. We're also the opposite, and you have to be okay with being that. Like, I'm not always happy, people. There's times when I'm angry, there's times when I'm sad, there's times when I experience all range of emotions, and I actually allow myself to do it. Because you have to express them somehow. You just have to basically be in control of how you express it, though, and don't let people use your emotions to manipulate you like a puppet. But I want you to embrace all of who you are, people. Just know that you're good and bad, man. Something else too, man, that I've been thinking a lot about, that I want you to really embrace for yourself, is the fact that see, when you live in the 5D world, or the spiritual realm, I should say, it's like when you're there mentally and spiritually. Obviously, our body exists within the matrix, but the powerful thing is that when you really mentally and spiritually live in the spiritual realm, then you have full dominion over the matrix. And that's something I'm starting to realize, is that when I declare things that I would like to see, and I truly use my mind to create the future that I want, then the matrix mimics and reacts and basically create that. And it basically conforms to the thoughts and the visions that I'm declaring and the things that I'm working toward. It's like the thing I want you to get, people, is that you have the power to basically create the world you want, because as you truly clear it from the spiritual realm, then it's physically manifested in this 3D world, which is what we call the matrix right now. Because we live here, we participate in here, our body exists here, so you have to learn how to maneuver and exist within this realm. But I want you to really and truly, though, embrace the duality of life, and don't be trying to be perfect, because first of all, that doesn't exist. And I really want you to just really embrace the duality of life, man. For anything that exists, there is an opposite, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? So I really and truly just want you to really embrace that. And something else I want to say, man, is like, also when you have these visions, people, see, God have blessed us with vision, the ability to see the future and to know what's to come. You cannot let people that is operating from this 3D world without no spiritual connection to the spiritual realm trying to tell you what they think it's the way things are supposed to be, because they don't have that type of ability, and you can't let people give up on your goals, allow you to give up on your goals because of their limited understanding or their limited perspective on life. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't blame them for it, and just really look at it and just understand what's happening is that they're giving you advice from a 3D world perspective. They're not connected to the divine source like yourself. So, you know, their advice is, you know, you listen to it. Now you to choose to accept it or not, that's up to you. But my point to you that I'm sharing is that don't let people that do not have the divine connection to God that you have try to tell you the way they think things ought to be, because they don't have that capacity. They do not have that ability, man. That's that, people. You know, I think you get the message, man. I want you to embrace the duality of life. That's the main point I'm trying to make today. Shout out to my co-creators, man, of Heaven and Earth International. People, obviously, you know, you understand that, again, everything we're creating this new world strictly from energy, because we understand that everything around us is energy. And again, if you have not followed me, you need to follow me, people, because that's how we connect in the spiritual realm, is that by you following me, that help you to connect to my energy. And as God continue to bless me, continue to elevate me and ascend me, then you get to reap the rewards. Now, there's catch to this, though. What I saw in the spirit for you to really get the benefit in this reward by connecting with me is that you really and truly have to do a few things. Number one is that you must choose to believe that the Spirit of God lives inside of you, and that you are God in essence. You know what I'm saying? The Spirit of God is inside of you. You have to really get to that realization where you accept that, because as you accept that, then now you can tap into the Spirit of God that's inside of you. Until you embrace that, people, you'll never have that capacity, not to the level that you need to make a change anyways. So start to embrace that. Number two is, yes, you have to follow me. As you follow me, then what happens is that connects us on an energy level, where again you get the spillover from my life. And number three, which is one of the most important, is that the world is waiting for your message, just like you're listening to mine. And you have to speak your truth, people. The new currency is truth and authenticity. So you have to speak your truth, people, whatever that looks like. We all got different experience in life, and you know, you have to just speak on the things that, you know, God have taken your life through, you know, the lessons that you've learned. I want you to basically get busy, you know, tapping into that and speaking that truth to the world. You know what I'm saying? Because people are desperately in need of your message, people. And as I listen to people, I don't care if you got 0 followers. If you're authentic and I hear you, I will follow you, because that's what I'm looking for, people. Is I'm looking to connect with people that have that genuine authenticity, where you're just being real, man, and speaking your truth. You know what I'm saying? And I promise you, you will bless a lot of people just by doing that. So I'm really looking forward to you tapping into that. But that's how you get to reap the benefits and the rewards that God is going to release into your life as you follow my page and watch my videos. That's that, man. Shout out to Jamaica, man, who is the eye of this world. Shout out to the entire shout out to Africa, who is the mother of this world. Shout out to the entire Caribbean and the African diaspora worldwide. You know, there's quite a few developments that I'm really excited about, man, in Jamaica. You know, it's like I'm so proud about so many things. So I'm just picking and choose what to talk about right now. For me, I'm always looking about what do we need to do to ensure sovereignty, you know? And one of the biggest things that I'm really excited about right now is the fact that Petrodram got another contract from Trinidad to do another 6 months, I think it is, $90 million contract to refine oil that they're going to do for the Marine. I really think that this presents a great opportunity for Jamaica. I think with all the new influx of cash that's coming in, I think that we should expand Petrodram. We should have at least 2-3 oil refineries across the island. Why not? And keep expanding on this one. So that way we can actually position ourselves so that when we actually start drilling our own oil, which we know we have in the Moran Bay, down there in the South Coast, is that we'll be able to refine our own oil. Why not? Why the heck would we send out our crude oil to some other country to refine when we can do that in home and create, more high-paying jobs for people in our country, so we can stop this brain drain and actually get people that want to move back for these higher-paying jobs. And not only that, but it's like all the influx of new capital that we can use to reinvest in schools, more infrastructure, and just development across the board, man. There's so many areas that we can grow in, especially when it comes to agriculture, and so many options, so many different industry. Like we talk about the backside industry, this with all this money that's coming in, we can reinvest that, people. Another thing too that I think we need to do is really focus more on regional things. I was very happy to know that now we have a regional currency. Didn't know about that till yesterday. I'm very excited about that because that's going to allow us to trade more freely with other Caribbean islands, especially islands in the CARICOM region. So I'm really excited about that. I'm hearing talks about potentially refining oil from Guyana. And my point is, sky's the limit, man. Why would we ever limit ourselves? Is that we need to basically find ways how we can support each other's economy. I mean, obviously, win-win situations. It ain't just Jamaica that's winning off the contract from this war for Trinidad. Trinidad is winning also. And I think we need to expand that. I think we need to stop limiting ourselves, and we should be refining not just the oil for the ships, but we need to be refining the oil also for the country. Why not? If we can match the the price point, or better the price point than what you're paying for other foreign countries to refine the oil that you're buying back, why would you not do the business with Jamaica? It just makes sense, you know what I mean? And we're going to continuously find ways how we can help Trinidad, especially I mentioned it before about Caribbean Airlines. I think we need to really figure out a solution for that, because we still do need an airline for the Caribbean countries. And I think Trinidad already have that, so it's a no-brainer. We should all, as CARICOM nation, be figuring out ways, creative ways on how we can help the CARICOM nations, help Caribbean Airlines, to really not just weather the storm, but to thrive. You know what I'm saying? And for all the other Caribbean islands, man, we need to keep coming up with ways and make our economy more intertwined and just more interdependent on each other versus foreign nations. We should be importing and exporting to each other versus foreign nations. I think that right there deserve a lot of exploration. We need to put more mindset into that and figuring that out. But I'm just excited overall, though, about just the whole trajectory and what's happening, man. Is that we are rising, and as we rise, let's rise together. Let's support each other. Let's create trades between each other, man, and just keep finding ways to better ourselves. With that being said, people, listen. Two mantras you already know. Number one is that we are always going to choose to be our brothers and sisters keepers, especially when we're in need. Number two, people, is that each one teach one. Anything that we're doing in any of these nations, man, that can better improve the situation in another country or for the individuals, it's a no-brainer. Let's teach that information to others so they can benefit from that, man. I'm just really excited across the board for that, and I just want us to continue to support, inspire, motivate, and encourage each other, people. I believe in us, man. Again, always remember this. No one, when I say no one is coming to save us. We must save ourselves. That goes for the Caribbean and Africa, man. Nobody's coming to save us. We have to save ourselves. Let's keep bridging the gap. Get rid of all the things that divide us and focus on the things that unite us, man. With that being said, people, my declaration over your life, number one, is that you are a millionaire. You are married to the person of your dreams. You have amazing health and is in the best shape of your life, man. My prayer for you today, people, is that the Spirit of God will continue to lead you and guide you, man, to finding and identifying and accepting the greatest version of yourself, which is that you are the Spirit of God and you are God. I hope that you will get to that point sooner than later, people. That way you can really collaborate with change in this world as we create heaven on earth. Y'all have an amazing day, people. We'll talk tomorrow.